Right, we're coming to remove these dive brakes, flaps, I don't know what they're called. But what I need to tell you is that the join between the actuators and the plastic is very delicate. So give yourself plenty of room when you get your snippers out, okay? When you get your cutters out, what you've got to do is make sure you don't go right up to the little actuators. Make sure you stay away from them, and because you can always clean up the excess plastic that's on afterwards with a nice little sanding stick. Okay, so just be careful, take your time with these. I've already done this one, and you see everything's fine. Okay, so now you've got your dive brakes, your flaps, ailerons, whatever they're called, off and cleaned. The time's come to put them on, and what I'm going to do is, there are two marks here which are on the, I don't know if you can see, I've got one mark there. It's a double line, it's a raised panel line, and then there's another one there. I think you can see that one better. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, with this corresponding actuator, which will pop them on there, is the third one in from the end, so it's 1, 2, 3. I shall pop a blob of glue on there, on that one, and then I shall pop one on the fifth one, just a tiny spot, and then I shall put them on gently onto there, and then I'll align the rest of the flaps up so that they're evenly spaced, and give them a blob of glue. Okay, here's a little tip for you. When removing small things off the sprues, you see these things here, there's some kind of balance thing. See, with the aeroplane, I'm not into the mechanics of an aircraft. Get yourself a bit of tape and stick it to one side like that. Press it quite firm, so it's like that. And then when you cut them off with your knife, they'll stay stuck. They'll stay stuck to the tape, and they won't go flying about, and you won't lose them. Okay, so I've reached the point where I'm going to start spraying. I've masked the front canopy. I've covered the gun section there, the rear, the front gunner, and the top gunner I've just put a little bit of foam in. The wheels are just blue tacked in place, and what I'm going to do now, because of the scheme my son wants, it's going to be light blue with a grey speckle, nighttime camouflage, and the wingtips are going to be yellow, and the engine nacelles are going to be yellow as well. So what I'm going to do now is actually spray the highlighted area to give some contrast in between the sections white, so we get good coverage. So here we go, heavily thin white paint. Check that it's working okay. Yeah, that's lovely. So we're going to carry on in this sort of fashion until I've completed the whole model. So that's both sides, because it's going to be light blue underneath and on top. Okay, so I'm going to stop the video here. Okay, so now you can see the general effect I've got. You can see the panels have been highlighted. Okay, that's the inside of the panels, and same on the other side. Okay, you see the wingtips heavily sprayed white, because that's yellow. That's my base coat for the yellow. I've also done the nacelles, as you can see. I just cut a little circle. I put a little covering of tammy tape over, cut round it, then push it in, and the same with that one. And then I've doubled some tammy tape again, and you usually find that as you spray in there, because there's nowhere for the air to escape when, if should paint go, well, air go in, maybe a little bit of paint, most of it gets blown back out again. But just take your time and just be careful there. Once I take it off, you'll see the difference. So yeah, next colour is going to be the RLM 65. So here we are. As you can see, I blue tacked the wheel well covers in, and I've just cut a cocktail stick in half and took the tips off and pushed them in there. So once I've sprayed that, I can safely stand my aircraft up and hopefully it won't drop on the floor, and then my wheel wells are on the top of the tin of paint ready for spray. Okay, I'm going to start spraying now. I'm using the Mr. Hobby Colour RLM 65. It's heavily thinned so it sprays nicely. So we'll make a start of that, and that's got to be all over. So here we go. We'll test first, make sure we've got a good spray. Yep, that's very nice. And the beauty about this, the Mr. Colour ones, is they dry with a gloss finish, so it's easier for deckling. Okay, so here we go. So I'm quite happy with the underside. I'll carry on and do the other side. Okay, so I'm at the stage now where I'm going to spray RLM 75. I've thinned it quite a bit. My PSI's approximately about 8. I'll give you the exact one when I've done spraying. So hopefully this is going to go well. So we'll test spray first. Make sure paint's flowing properly. Yep, there it is. So here we go. She's looking okay. Just carry on. That's how I'll go on for the rest of the model. I'll show you later when it's done. Well, here we are then, the finished article. Well, the mottled camouflage on top, the RLM 75. And I think she looks pretty okay. Obviously I've got some yellow to go on underneath where the white is. I might do a little bit more weathering. There's yellow to go on the cowls, that'll be next, and underneath. And I've just got to do the canopy for that, the slide canopy, and the gun turret on top there. I've got to mask that and spray it with that. It might take just a little bit longer, it's a bit tricky, and the mould's a bit old. Okay, so I'm going to spray a bit of yellow now. So I've got some Tamiya X8, that's lemon yellow. I prefer that colour to the normal flat yellow, and it's gloss as well, so again it'll help with the deckling after. I won't have to put a gloss varnish on. So here we go, test spray first. Yep, all good. Oops. What's the problem? And there we go. Got a light coat, and do the same on the other side. Pop that down. I've already given the cowlings a little light spray of yellow, so I'll give them a little bit more, I think. Looking good. A little bit more here on the yellow there, I think. Take the masking off, just on the other side. Nice and steady. Lovely job. There she is. So you can see the engine nacelles turned out lovely. Just really nice. They'll fit on soon. Okay. Just going to put the wheels together. They were a little bit misaligned, so it's just a case of sanding them at the top there. We should get them together. Should put the wheels on, put the propeller on, that's painted.